ค่ะแม่
วันนี้ไปทานข้าวกลางวันกับแม่นะ
หนูนัดไนท์เอาไว้แล้วอะค่ะ
ทานข้าวกับแม่หน่อยนะลูกนะแม่คิดถึงนะ
หนูมีนัดแล้วอะหนู
เดี๋ยวทานข้าวเสร็จแล้วไปทานโทสต์คาราเมลที่ลูกชอบกัน
ก็หนูนัด
นะมาเถอะนะทานข้าวกันไม่นานหรอกลูก
แต่หนูไม่รู้ว่าไนท์เขาจะ
บอกไหนไม่ต้องเกรงใจแม่นะ
ก็ได้ค่ะ
ดีมากเลยจ้ะงั้นร้านเดิมสักเที่ยงครึ่งดีไหม
ค่ะ
ฉันไม่อยากไปเลยอะ
ก็แค่กินข้าวกลางวันเองไปซะให้มันจบ
ก็ได้ออมคิดถึงจังเลย
ไหนดูสิทำไมหน้าดูเหนื่อยไม่สบายหรือเปล่าลูก
เปล่าค่ะ
นั่งก่อนสวยขึ้นนะลูกไนท์
ขอบคุณค่ะ
จ้ะออมพูดถึงไนท์บ่อยจนเหมือนเพิ่งเจอกันเลย
ออมก็เล่าเรื่องคุณน้าให้หนูฟังบ่อยๆเหมือนกันค่ะ
เหรอ เสื้อสวยดีนะ Do you hear the people sing หมายถึงอะไรอ่ะ
แม่ไม่รู้จริงดิ
สั่งอาหารก่อนแม่บอกพ่อแล้วนะเรื่องผลสอบเทอมนี้แม่รู้ว่าผลสอบของลูกเนี่ยยังออกมาไม่หมดแต่แม่อดใจไม่ไหวที่จะบอกให้พ่อชื่นใจว่าลูกเนี่ยได้ A หมดเลยมีบวกแค่ตัวเดียวเองแล้วพ่อเขาก็รู้
โอเคค่ะ
พ่อเขาภูมิใจในตัวลูกมากเลยนะ
นี่เลยค่ะ
คือบ้านเรามีเรื่องไม่เข้าใจกันนิดหน่อยนะลูก
ค่ะหนูพอได้ยินมาบ้างค่ะ
พ่อเป็นห่วงลูกมากเลยนะตั้งใจว่าวันนี้จะมาด้วยกันแต่โดนเรียกตัวไปสั่งการดูแลความปลอดภัยให้ม็อบด่วนนะลูกแล้วเรื่องงานเลี้ยงที่พ่อได้เลื่อนยศตั้งแต่เดือนที่แล้วก็ยังไม่ได้จัดเลยนะทุกคนรอลูก
แม่ก็รู้นี่ค่ะว่าทำไมหนูถึงไม่ไปอ่ะ
แต่วันสำคัญแบบนี้พวกเราต้องอยู่พร้อมหน้าพร้อมตาแสดงความยินดีกันนะออมรู้ใช่ไหมว่าพ่อกับแม่ต้องการลูก
หนูไม่ยินดีคุณน้าแต่งตัวสวยออกมาจากออฟฟิศเหรอคะ
จ้ะแต่ว่าคงไม่ได้เข้าไปแล้วล่ะลาครึ่งวันก็นี่ว่าจะทานข้าวกลางวันกับออมเสร็จแล้วจะชวนออมไปดูฮังเกอร์เกมภาคใหม่แต่พอเปิดแอปจองตั๋วเต็มหมดทุกรอบเลย
หนูกับออมไปดูมาแล้วเมื่อวานนี้ค่ะ
จริงเหรอ
ใช่ค่ะคุณน้าดูฮังเกอร์เกมด้วยเหรอคะ
ดูสิจ๊ะชอบมากด้วยนะเมื่อภาคแรกเนี่ยเรา3 คนพ่อแม่ลูกไปดูกันสนุกกันมากเลยน่าเสียดายภาคนี้น่าจะได้ดูด้วยกันอีก
น่าขำดีนะคะเพราะเท่าที่หนูจำได้เนี่ยพ่อบ่นเรื่องตั๋วหนังแพงทั้งวันเลยพ่อก็หลับตั้งแต่หนังเพิ่งเริ่มด้วย
ฮังเกอร์เกมก็เป็นหนังที่พ่อหนูชอบดูเหมือนกันค่ะ
จริงเหรอ
ใช่ค่ะพ่อชอบเปิดเซฟแอนด์ซาวด์เพลงประกอบหนังฟังอยู่ตลอดเลยค่ะ
เพลงนี้พ่อออมก็ชอบของ Taylor Swift ใช่ไหม
ใช่ค่ะ
โอ้ยนี่ถ้าพ่อของหนูกับพ่อของออมมาเจอกันนะต้องเป็นเพื่อนซีกันแน่ๆเลยสั่งอาหารกินกันก่อนนะลูกนะเอาอะไรดีลูก
สปาเกตตี้คาโบนาร่า
ได้เลยออมล่ะลูกทานอะไรดี
โอเคหนูจะไม่อยู่ที่นี่แล้วหนูจะไม่ทนต่อไปแล้วไม่เอา
หนูขอโทษนะคะ
แต่หนูจะไม่ฝืนตัวเองหนูจะไม่นั่งคุยแล้วก็ทำเหมือนว่าครอบครัวเราปกติ
ไว้คุยเรื่องนี้กันทีหลังได้ไหม
ไม่อะค่ะหนูจะคุยตอนนี้แล้วแกก็เลิกบีบขาฉันสักที
ก็แค่แสดงความยินดีกับพ่อเอง ให้ญาติพี่น้องให้ทุกคนเห็นว่าเรามีครอบครัวที่ดี ครอบครัวที่สมบูรณ์
แม่กับพ่อก็สนใจแค่นั้นอะทำให้คนอื่นเห็นว่าครอบครัวเราเพอร์เฟกต์พ่อกับแม่ไม่สนใจหนูด้วยซ้ำไม่สนใจความรู้สึกหนูเลยสักนิดว่าหนูจะรู้สึกแย่ยังไงกับการที่มีพ่อเป็นพวกอำนาจนิยม
แล้วเวลาที่บ้านเมืองเรามีปัญหา การรับใช้ชาติเป็นหน้าที่ของคนทุกคน ไม่ใช่ของใครคนใดคนหนึ่งแม่รับฟังความคิดเห็นต่างของลูกได้ ลูกเองก็ต้องรับฟังความคิดเห็นต่างของคนอื่นได้เหมือนกัน
หนูไม่เห็นว่าสลิมจะมารับอะไรหนูได้เลยอะอย่าบอกนะคะว่าแม่รับได้อะแค่เรื่องในครอบครัวยังเป็นประชาธิปไตยไม่ได้อะแม่อย่ามาสร้างภาพพูดเรื่องประเทศเลย
แต่เย็นๆก่อนลูกกำลังตะโกน
หนูไม่ได้ตะโกน
ลูกตะโกน
แต่ตอนนี้หนูตะโกนแล้วโอเคไหม
ถ้าจะเอาว่าประชาธิปไตยคือเรื่องของถูกใจกูคือถูก ถ้าไม่ถูกใจกูคือผิด ใครจะเป็นยังไงก็ช่างหัวมันได้ด้วยเหรอลูก การอยู่ร่วมกันมันต้องมีกติกา ถ้าไม่เห็นด้วยก็แค่แก้กติกา แต่เอาจริงๆนะกติกามันก็เป็นเพียงกฎ ขอให้พวกเราทุกคนมีจิตสำนึกที่ดีแล้วก็อยู่ร่วมกันได้
ขอโทษนะคะ หนูขอตัวกลับก่อนนะคะ สวัสดีค่ะ เจอกันที่ห้อง
ออม ลูกต้องหัดควบคุมอารมณ์ให้มากกว่านี้นะ แม่เลี้ยงออมให้มีกินมีใช้ ได้เรียนมหาลัยดีๆ ให้มีชีวิตที่ดี ปากดีตะโกนมาตะคอกใส่หน้าแม่แบบนี้เหรอ และยิ่งไปกว่านั้นนะผืนแผ่นดินที่เราอยู่ มีมาได้เพราะใคร
เพราะประชาชนไงแม่ ประชาชนต้องเอาเลือดเอาเนื้อเอาชีวิตเข้าแลกแม่เลิกถามคำถามแบบนี้สักทีได้ไหมเลิกถามว่าเพราะใครที่ทำให้เราได้มีชีวิตที่ดี คนชนะเขียนประวัติศาสตร์แม่
แล้วถ้าคนที่แพ้กลับเป็นฝ่ายชนะ แล้วเขียนประวัติศาสตร์จะเขียนว่ายังไง เขียนว่าตัวเองเป็นคนโกงน่ะเหรอฮะในความเป็นแม่มันยากลำบากแสนสาหัส เกินกว่าคนที่ไม่เคยเป็นแม่จะเข้าใจ ถ้าเทียบเป็นเปอร์เซ็นต์ของความทุกข์แล้วก็ความสุขละมันคือความทุกข์ 99%
ถ้ามันทุกข์ขนาดนั้นแล้วแม่จะมีหนูทำไมอะ
ก็อีก 1% ที่เหลือ มันคือความสุขที่มีค่ามากมายกว่าทุกสิ่งทุกอย่างบนโลกใบนี้ไงลูก แม่พยายามแล้วนะ แม่พยายามทำทุกสิ่งทุกอย่างแล้ว และแม่ก็หวังว่าครอบครัวของเรา และอนาคตของลูกจะเป็นไปได้ด้วยดี
หนูกลับก่อนนะคะ
ออม พ่อฝากมาให้ พระองค์นี้พ่อไม่เคยถอดออกจากคอเลยนะ พ่อกับแม่อยากให้ลูกคล้องไว้ ทำกิจกรรมอะไรจะได้ปลอดภัยนะลูก
แม่ เสื้อตัวเนี้ยถ้าแม่ชอบอะไว้เจอคราวหน้าหนูซื้อมาฝากนะ ขอโทษนะ
ไม่เป็นไร อย่าพูดถึงมันเลย
โกรธเหรอ
ไม่หรอก มันไม่ใช่เวลาที่ฉันควรนั่งอยู่
ขอบใจนะ
จะทิ้งเหรอ
เปล่า
มันยังสวยอยู่นะ ถ้าติดมันถูกที่ถูกทาง
ดีมีไม่ดูไม่รู้ไม่ชี้ขับรถไม่ดีทั้งใครไม่สนพี่จะไปหัดใจเย็นให้เป็นวินัยรีบร้อนไปไม่ถึงจุดหมายต้องสำนึกอักเสบหรือไงทำนิสัยไม่ดีต้องสำนึกอักเสบแบบนี้ไม่มีใครใครยังไงไม่สนเหตุผลของตนแซงคิวทุกคนขอโทษที่นะรีบไปติดเคยตัวต่อแถวไม่ได้ดูยังไงก็ไม่น่ารักต้องสำนึกอักเสบหรือไงทำนิสัยไม่ดีต้องสำนึกอักเสบแบบนี้ไม่มีใครบ้านเมืองจะดีมีคนซื่อตรงซื่อสัตย์มันคงไม่คิดคดโกงจริงใจหยุดมือเบาไม่เอาของใครไม่รักง่ายและเห็นแก่ตัวต้องสำนึกอักเสบหรือไงทำนิสัยไม่ดีต้องสำนึกอักเสบแบบนี้ไม่มีใครรับผิดชอบงาน ตน เพราะเราทุกคนต้องพาสังคมก้าวไป ข่าวหลอกลวงสังคมวุ่นวาย โลกออนไลน์ใส่ลายใส่สี
ต้องสำนึกอักเสบหรือไงทำนิสัยไม่ดีต้องสำนึกอักเสบแบบนี้ไม่มีใคร
ทำตัวน่ารังเกียจในสังคมนั้นง่าย แต่ทำแล้วละอายแก่ใจแค่ไหน ตัวเราเท่านั้นที่รู้
มาเป็นพลเมืองดีที่ชาติต้องการกับสถาบันพระปกเกล้า
ต้องสำนึกอักเสบหรือไงทำนิสัยไม่ดีต้องสำนึกอักเสบแบบนี้ไม่มีใครต้องสำนึกอักเสบหรือไงทำนิสัยไม่ดีต้องสำนึกอักเสบแบบนี้ไม่มีใคร
อย่าลืมส่งกันบ้านทางไลน์ให้ครูด้วยนะคะ
พอสุกินิตี้พอได้แล้ว ใช่ ฉันน่ะเป็นร่างจิตสำนึกของนายถามจริง จริง ฉันแค่อยากจะบอกกับนายว่าการบ้านของนายเนี่ย ยังไม่ได้ทำพอเหอะแป๊บหนึ่งอย่างนี้ก็ได้นี่แป๊บหนึ่งเดี๋ยวก่อน นี่นายรู้จักหน้าที่ไหมงั้นขอชวนเล่นพนันออนไลน์ด้วยหมดกันโอ้โหโฆษณาเมื่อวานน่ะเฉียบกว่านี้อีกเฮ้ยนายจะซีเรียสอะไรวะผู้ใหญ่อ่ะค่อยไม่ซีเรียสจะไรพอซีเรียสจะเรื่องหาเงินนี่เด็กนายเป็นเด็กนะ เด็กมีหน้าที่ต้องเรียนหนังสือนี่นายเข้าใจบ้างไหมเนี่ยโอ้แล้วไหนบอกว่าโตขึ้นจะทำงานนาซาแล้วไปตะลุยอวกาศไม่ใช่หรอได้รู้ไหมเด็กๆสตรีมเมอร์รุ่นฉันอ่ะเขาหาเงินได้เดือนละเป็นหมื่นเลยนะเยอะอยู่แต่ไม่ใช่พวกที่ไม่เรียนหนังสือและทำตัวห่วยแตกแบบนายแน่ๆถ้าเรื่องและชีวิตยังมีค่าอยู่ไม่ทราบพวกเราเดี๋ยวนายชีวิตยังมีค่าอย่ามาซ่ากับนายใช่ไหมนายพูดเองนะอ่ะนายดูนี่คืออนาคตของนาย
เด็กๆพูดตามคุณครูดิ
เก่งมาก
อนาคต
อ
อุ้ยลูกเป็นไรลูกโอ้โหไม่ต้องกลัวนะลูกไม่ต้องกลัวนะ
เรื่องปกติเดี๋ยวก็ชิน
โอ้โหไม่ต้องตกใจนะลูกนะ
ขอบใจจ้ะ
หยุดมาดิมาหยุดไม่ต้องกลัวนะลูกนะอยู่นี่โอ้โห
เฮ้ยได้สิจะไหนได้
ไอ้พวกพ่อแม่เป็นล้านไอ้พวกพ่อแม่
เรื่องปกติ เดี๋ยวก็ชิน
ให้ไล่แกออกไปรู้ทำจริงไงป้าจะต้องตกงานแน่ๆเหนียวเลยจะทำร้ายฉันอีบ้า
ไม่ต้องกลัวลูกไม่ต้องกลัว
เรื่องปกติ เดี๋ยวก็ชิน
ถ้าท่านเซ็นอีกโปรเจกต์ให้ผมกระเป๋าจะใบใหญ่กว่านี้ครับ
ยิ่งนี้น้องกิ๊กผมต้องทัวร์รอบโลกละสิ
เป็นอะไรลูกเป็นอะไร
ไม่ต้องกลัวลูกไม่ต้องกลัว เรื่องปกติ เดี๋ยวก็ชิน
เดี๋ยวก็ชิน เดี๋ยวเด็กๆก็ทำตาม เดี๋ยวก็ติดเป็นนิสัย แล้วอีกหน่อยประเทศไทยจะเป็นอย่างไร เรื่องเร็วๆอย่าปล่อยให้ชิน มาร่วมสร้างจิตสำนึกที่ดีมีจิตสาธารณะเป็นแบบอย่างให้เด็กๆและลูกหลานของเราในวันข้างหน้า สถาบันพระปกเกล้า
คุณคะพอดีฉันแอบมองคุณมาสักพักแล้วนะคะช่วยรับไว้หน่อยนะคะ
ขอบคุณครับ
เปิดอ่านเลยก็ได้ค่ะ
คือจริงๆ ผมไม่ได้ป่วยหรอกครับ
นิสัยอะค่ะ
สังคมจะดีถ้าทุกคนมีจิตสำนึกด้วยรักและผูกพันจากสถาบันพระปกเกล้า
พี่คะ พี่คะ
ครับ
คือหนูแอบมองพี่มาหลายวันแล้วอะค่ะ
ครับผม
ช่วยรับไปด้วยนะคะ อ่านเลยก็ได้ค่ะ
ผิดคนหรือเปล่าฮะคือพี่สบายดีอะ
นิสัยอะค่ะ
สังคมจะดีถ้าทุกคนมีจิตสำนึก ใครยังเห็นแก่ตัวอยู่ เราอยากกระซิบเบาๆว่า
มีจิตสำนึกบ้างนะคะ
ตามนั้นเลยครับ ด้วยรักและผูกพันจากสถาบันพระปกเกล้า
คุณจอดรถแบบนี้ได้ยังไง รถติดเต็มไปหมดเห็นไหมไปห้ามจอดเนี่ยเบิ่งตาดูสิจอดรถแบบนี้เป็นภาระสังคม
นั่นสิ
ปัญหากูหรือ
จะไฟ
เฮ้ยจะจอดตรงนี้ก็หิวนี่ว่าแค่จะทำไม จอดแป๊บเดียวจะเป็นไร วินัยไม่มีอยู่แล้ว
คิดจะจอดตรงไหนก็จอดตรงนั้นสร้างความวุ่นวาย เรื่องทำผิดกฎหมายนั้นเก่งเหลือเกินเขาคิดว่าตัวเขาเป็นพระเอกเราเป็นแค่ตัวประกอบแค่ตัวประกอบแค่ตัวประกอบแค่ตัวประกอบ
ไม่เมาไม่กลับหลับไม่ตื่นฟื้นไม่มีหนีไม่พ้น
สะดวกแบบนี้
มนุษย์ป้าใส่คิวได้ไงเนี่ย
เฮ้ยทุกคนมันรีบเขาแซงคิวก่อนเขาก่อนได้ไหมพี่จะต้องรีบไป เวลาเป็นเงินเป็นทอง
ชอบเป็นคนด้านหน้าแต่ว่าหน้าด้านแย่งสิทธิ์ใครๆเหตุผลมักง่ายเกินไปคนเห็นแก่ตัวเขาคิดว่าตัวเขาเป็นนางเอกเราเป็นแค่ตัวประกอบแค่ตัวประกอบแค่ตัวประกอบแค่ตัวประกอบ
2 โล 3,600 ราคาผิดจากเมนูหรือเปล่าคะโอปป้า
เกลียดนักคนรู้ทัน เฮ้ยมันผิดตรงไหนโกงนิดโกงหน่อยจะเป็นไรไป สื่อก็เสิร์กันไป เมื่อไรจะรวย
เฮ้หรือนิสัยเสียแต่ความซื่อสัตย์ละมีบ้างไหม มือใครยาวกว่าใครสาวได้สาวเอาเขาคิดว่าตัวเขาเป็นพระเอกเราเป็นแค่ตัวประกอบแค่ตัวประกอบแค่ตัวประกอบแค่ตัวประกอบ
บอกโทนี่สตาร์กได้ว่า30 ล้านโอเคถ้าใส่แมสและไม่เสียชาติกำเนิด ใส่เถอะนะครับ
ใส่เพื่อ
เฮ้ยใครมีปัญหามีแมสไม่ใส่มันหนักส่วนไหน สิทธิ์ฉันจะทำไม เรื่องอะไรต้องรับผิดชอบ
แม้ไม่ใส่ไม่สนใครบ่นใครว่าไม่ละอายใจ แกลอยหน้าลอยไปไม่แค่ไม่แค่เขาคิดว่าตัวเขาเป็นตัวเองเราเป็นแค่ตัวประกอบแค่ตัวประกอบแค่ตัวประกอบแค่ตัวประกอบคิดว่าเท่แต่พูดเร่มากรู้ไหม
ฟ้าลงโทษผู้มีจิตสำนึกรับผิดชอบต่อสังคม คือพระเอกและนางเอกตัวจริงที่จะขับเคลื่อนสังคมและประเทศชาติ
เขาคิดว่าตัวเขา กอบแค่ตัวประกอบแค่ตัวประกอบ
เฮ้ยใครมีปัญหามีแมสไม่ใส่มันหนักส่วนไหน สิทธิ์ฉันจะทำไมเรื่องอะไรต้องรับผิดชอบ
แมสไม่ใส่ไม่สนใครบ่นใครว่าไม่ละอายใจแกลอยหน้าลอยไปไม่แคร์ไม่แคร์เขาคิดว่าตัวเขาเป็น
Emeritus Nasa, and I am Chanida Sidake from the class session 12, and we both are the MC. We would like to welcome you into the 25th KPI Congress for the year 2023. At this time, the theme is Revitalizing Democracy, Roles of Soft Power and Citizen Engagement. For all of the students of KPI, please check in at the left low corner. It's very important. And all of you can see the live broadcasting to Facebook of KPI and also the KPI network. We have quite a few network alliance, the Thai National TV and also the Thai Parliament TV, Thai PBS, Thai Radio Network throughout the seminar. And if the one that who do not have the time today, you may look later. You may look back later at the website of the KPI. Yesterday we got the very interesting seminar. We got the real honor from Professor Emeritus which is Pornpet Polachai, and then let's say that there is the keynote speech of the role of soft power and citizen engagement after and Mr. Surapon, the director of Alliance Française, and then the international panel discussion on the role of soft power and citizen engagement. There are 3 panelists, and they are the experts from 3 embassies. First, the ambassador of Australia to Thailand, Dr. Angela McDonald, and the ambassador of Finland to Thailand, Mr. Yuri Riyavo, and the Charge d'Affaires Republic of Korea Embassy, Mr. Jong Han Ham, and moderator is the chair of the KPI Congress Organizing Committee, Dr. Chingchai Hanjelak, is the moderator, and the panel discussion was quite interesting. We learned 3 case studies from 3 countries, Australia, Finland, and Korea, and we have the 5 breakout discussion yesterday afternoon, and we talk about to try to revitalizing democracy. First group about the power of technology, second group with the cultural power, the third group with citizen power, the group for revitalizing democracy by Thai political culture, and the last group with the culture of peace. And you may look back into the details of all of the 5 group discussion details in the newsletter of KPI. And at the end of the Congress, we're gonna have to fill out the evaluation form that you may press the link at the bottom of the screen, or you may scan the QR code now. And also we will have the raffle draw for the one who fill out the evaluation form to get the prize. So you might be the lucky winners of this prize that you may see from the screen. You may take the photos, scan QR code, and fill out the evaluation form for further development of our KPI Congress. There are 10 Starbucks cards and very cute merchandise. And for today's activity, we will start from the lesson learned from KPI about applying the soft power to develop and solve problems in Thailand. Afterward, there will be the keynote address on the role of soft power and Thai democracy by Professor Emeritus Dr. Surapon Wirunrak, the chair of the Royal Academy. And also there will be the conference wrap up proposing policy in strengthening Thailand democracy society by soft power based and citizen engagement by Deputy Secretary General Dr. Thawinwadi Bargao, and final summary and closing remark of the 25th KPI Congress by Secretary General of KPI, Mr. Wittawatchai Phakpoom. Alright, we will learn from the lesson of applying the soft power to develop and solve problems in Thailand. Please enjoy it. Revitalizing democracy, the role of soft power and citizen engagement. The citizen engagement is very important for democracy. Quality democracy can respond to problem solution and develop the life of people well. Do not depend on the force of the state or political institute to solve the problems. It will happen from citizen engagement to think, to make a decision, and to express their own demand freely and creatively under the rules, the common rules, especially nowadays world that face a lot of challenges that will lead to rapid change to respond to the emerging problem from external world and from the internal world. So we need the synergy of every sector. Nevertheless, in democratic society with diversity and a lot of social capital lead to a big question of how we're going to use this diverse social capital to create great power. KPI has studied the way to build up quality and strong democracy, revitalize democracy. And first, the soft power that already exists to apply to create the shared value so that people will have the awareness and engage with the country before we're gonna move forward the creative democracy. Soft power is the creative power to influence others, to agree and to be involved. So soft power has potential to promote democracy and citizen engagement if we apply properly. Soft power is not only the cultural and art power but cover the science and technology development, the power itself, and the power of various group of people, the power of culture and the power of peace and tradition that people should have together. These are all the capital to be the foundation to promote democracy and drive forward citizen engagement. KPI attach importance to this soft power. That's why we open the space for everyone to find the common space to solve problem with soft power that Thai society have together to social, cultural, and technological power to create concrete change and the success of applying soft power to strengthen democracy and citizen engagement of Thailand. There are like the KPI New Generation project to revitalize the coral reef and social vaccine in Chiang Khăn, to create the community institute and the art to change communities and culture of integrity toward every sector participation, and also the power of citizens to solve the mining problem. First, to revive the coral reef, the KPI New Gen project happened in Chonburi province. It is a case study to show the citizen power to create the change by using natural resource, the marine natural resource, to create the power so that everyone will see importance of the marine resource conservation to develop their home country, to minimize the impact of economic development, to develop innovation, to really go coral reef in order to revive the marine natural resource, and from the provincial administration and all of the other sector, and we can revive the ecosystem, and it lead to the Also, the area of there are more than 2,700 people.
Secondly, from the social capital to social vaccine in Chiang Khanh. Chiang Khanh has been recognized as the preservation of the old wooden houses, and under this continuous effort, it has been the attractive place for tourists coming to visit all over the world. At the same time, the old wooden house in Chiang Khanh were disappearing earlier, and so the KPI, together with the municipality of Chiang Khanh, came out with the social vaccine project in order to ensure that the old culture of Chiang Khanh can be used as a theme to draw people to participate in the story of Chiang Khanh, and to ensure that we could be doing the preservation. Then there was a proposal to the project in 2023. This is a way that the people, the communities have used a soft power to deal with the external threats, and then this should lead to sustainable democracy. Thirdly, Chumchon, the Langu community, it's in Satun province. It was facing the problems, urban problems, in the same way as other cities. But what is different was that they don't just sit still. They selected some art as a way of linking all the people in the community. This is under the project called the Art for Change, and art has become the main activity to link all the people together in the drawing, the pictures and selection, and inviting all the volunteers to take part in this activity. Everyone could participate, not just artists, but also the people in the public relation and other support sectors. So Art for Change is the project that has been applied in order to bring up the people's participation and engagement, and also contributed to the economy of Langu.
Culture of integrity toward the every sector engagement to promote democratic culture into the lifestyle of society is essential to promote democracy to be quality and sustainable. Thai society have very unique identity and unique culture, so it's a great thing if we review this cultural capital and promote people to express democratic lifestyle, and one of the characteristics is integrity. KPI has formulated the project of the culture of promoting integrity with the participation of the academic institute, so that we will drive forward soft power, and the result makes students to have self-integrity and integrity to others, and express to others with respect, responsible for themselves, adhere to the rules and regulation, and to be the watchdogs for everyone. And fifth, the power of citizens to solve the bare right mining. So the development is important, but development without citizen engagement will cause many development problems and affect the lifestyle of people. The KPI really just why we work with the KPI in Phra province in order to lead to the formulating the public policy, and we are working in Phra province that face the problem of bare right mining, and that affect the agricultural land and let's say that it caused the gathering of the people that really call for the solution, and they are the old generation of the people that try to get together with other people to tackle the problem of the mining and submit the letter to the related agency and also to formulate the community public policy, and also they file the lawsuit of the investigation, and also they waiting for the emerging solution, the success, and make the KPI Congress and also the local political development institute got the award from the Public Sector Development Committee on the effective change for 2023 with the create power starting from soft power, the small power that happened in all of us, and in the long history of Thailand create the big change for society, but everyone have to realize the importance and learn the existing soft power appropriately and creatively so that we can really maximize potential, and it's gonna be the share power to revitalize democracy to be strong and sustainable. And that is the lesson learned from KPI Congress on applying soft power for develop and solve the problem at this time. And next is gonna be the keynote address on the topic, the role of soft power and Thai democracy by Professor Emeritus Surapon Wirunrak, the Royal Academician and the former Chair of the Royal Institute. We would like to invite Dr. Thawinwadi Purikul, the Deputy Secretary General, to introduce the keynote speaker now. Very good morning. For the next session will be the special keynote address, and we got the high honor from Professor Emeritus Dr. Surapon Wirunrak, Royal Academician. He is the former chair of Royal Institute with a lot of experience. He got the degree of Bachelor degree of Architecture and Master of Architecture from University of Washington, and also the Master degree of the Drama and Performance from Washington University, and the PhD from Hawaii University of Hawaii, and also he got the honorable degree from Mahamagut Rajvidyalaya. He's also the commission member of the UNESCO Art and Culture. He has held many important positions in the past of Chulalongkorn University. Actually, we have seen him so many times through TV and other social media. We would like to thank Professor Emeritus. Please, we would like to invite our keynote speaker now, Professor Emeritus Dr. Surapon Wirunrak.
Good morning, participants at the 25th KPI Congress today. My name is Surapon Wirunrak, and I would like to thank the King Prajadhipok Institute that has assigned me to provide you the to do a homework to present the way you can understand soft power and democracy in Thailand. These two words are the ones that are repeated a lot, but there are also a lot of complexity behind the meaning. So what I will be presenting today is a kind of research, a survey looking into where these two words might converge. I have been in the media circle. I had been the chair of the Royal Society and also in other area, so that meant that I had broadened my perspectives quite a lot, but now I have to try to gather together my experience in order to try to answer the questions. Let's start with this. Professor Joseph Nye, that you have heard about yesterday already, he presented the three words: soft power, hard power, and smart power. And it's all about the power of influence, and also the hard power is the use of force or coercion, whereas smart power is a mix of both. And let's go further. What about the formula for soft power has a special characteristics? Because we may only look at the art and culture and ceremonies, but what you have experienced are just raw materials. But the system of soft power has a structure, I would say a formula for influencing. So that means you can use your culture as a media to pass on to other cultures to gain some appreciation and some acceptance, as well as some adoption. So that means it's a two-way kind of transition. And the Romans beat the Greeks, but then they also adopted the Greek culture into their own. Now we have K-pop, J-pop, J-pop, and Chinese pop, and we have also the stories that we also send out to the world, and we also learn about new foods, fast foods, and fashions, new fashions, and various brands. We have also adopted these into our daily lives as well. And we now will definitely develop them further so that they become our goods as well. So Joseph Nye was a former Department of Defense. So his idea was involves the maybe in defense as well as in international relations, but we are looking at the soft power in terms of the means for the economic kind of change. So if we look at the indications or the indices that involving soft power, I could say that it involves three things: culture, our culture, and our political values, and our foreign relations, for international policies. So there's the success of soft power depends on the ways they can be adopted and recognized. So the current government also has a policy of encouraging soft power. But I think the success would depend on these five things. One is that the reputation of the leaders of the communities, and I will be mentioning the past kings of Thailand that has used soft power in order to influence and to connect with the other countries. And secondly, communications. Do we have is our communications open enough? Can the media are the media ready, and are they accessible? And you can see that, and then we talk about culture and then language. But among these 5 things, when we came in contact with the world in definitely the Western power, whether we would explore whether we had these 5 things. And so if we look at the indices that I've been using right now to measure soft power in comparison among different countries, it involves about maybe a dozen of things. It's about familiarity of people about our country, about Thailand. For example, I have been to Iran, and I found that even Iran is a Shia Muslim country, but it's quite modern, and women had a lot of rights, not much less than men. And what about the influence and reputation? You can see that some countries can disseminate their intellectual property rights and in dominating the other countries. And then fourthly, about how we responded to crises such as the COVID-19, and then the role of the monarchy has actually contributed to this the overcoming the crisis, which is quite surprising to many countries. Then we talk about business and trade. We had some problems, but we did not have anything that was beyond our control. And we have a lot of natural heritage, cultural heritages, and the education and science actually promote democracy and people and people's values. We are not extremists in any way. We're not between conservation and so on. And also all the policies are open. So you can see that if for the ranking among 50 countries, Thailand is number 35. And then, but what about the cultural heritage, which also part of soft power? And from the CEO World magazine, you can see that in terms of the historical struggles about the development, economic development, and we have what have we done in the history in order before we arrive here, which our whole 1,000 year of history. And then we also have a lot of businesses, and we also have outstanding cultural heritage, and we have received there are a number of sites who are recognized as World Heritage Sites by UNESCO. And if we look at concrete in a concrete way, we have 9 types of concrete culture: architecture, art, fashion, food, music, literature, history, and cultural tourist sites, access to culture. We, in this ranking, we're number 5 in 165 countries, which is quite, we should be proud of, something we should be proud of. Now let's get to Thailand. In Thailand, Peter A. Jackson said that Thailand, according to his studies, Thailand is a performative state. That means it has it's a state that performs, but the way I see it, the way Thai people get on with society is in a way that it's like a presentations, so many presentations. So we use our presentations to build a civilization. And so here we can I just pick things to use effectively. And if we and so far we have done it in a way effective way, so we were able to survive. And what I have underlined here is that the foreign researcher said that the reason why we maintain our independence was because we were able to build the local power. And what is the local power? So, but that seems to be very important because that helped us maintain our independence. And when we talk about soft power, we have art and culture as raw materials, then we export and disseminate through different media so that the target groups can recognize it, to accept it, and to appreciate them. So you can see we also eat Japanese food, Korean food, Western food, as well as fast foods. And it's not just about you can see that in fast foods they also have sticky rice burger, the sticky rice and pork and grilled pork as well, right? So there is. Then we get to democracy. How we developed democracy? I don't write it here, but I do believe that Thai people have a special characteristic. That means it's very independent. Each individual is very independent in what they choose. So they actually have their own personal taste, and you can go to the restaurant at lunch, and then you can see that people order different dishes, and they sit together and they discuss things and together. So this is a characteristic that I noticed, which we should look at to see how this is useful for democratization, because so you can recognize that we have different backgrounds and we can actually live together peacefully until now. This is something we should be proud of. And so democratic development, I have looked at so many materials and I'm trying to see how democracy has helped us build soft power to maintain our independence in the past, which is and how we deal with the new dimensions governance that are under the influence of the West, and how we're able to stay peaceful, relatively peaceful throughout history without wars, civil wars. So in the presentation today, I would bring up some performances in the past. And performance is actually a broad with a broad definition. Yeah, you can perform on theater, but you can perform when you go and visit other countries in order to be able to explain yourself. And so come with me. I would bring up 7 things that I have discovered in my research. So the first thing is about democracy. What kind of ceremonies or events that can represent democracy in the history of Thailand? We had Ayutthaya period, we had Chiang Mai, Sukhothai period. There were like kingdoms that are kind of loosely incorporated kingdoms, and how, when we become a nation, how did we maintain our independence, and so because maintain our sovereignty, because sovereignty is important for the formation of nation. And then we got into the experimentation with democracy, and there, of course, then there's dictatorship also, which turned into dictatorship along the way. So now, what we are facing now, it's about the state, the government's policy about soft power. How do we deal with that? So let's see if we can get through this in an hour. Let's go back into the history and look at how what events that could represent democracy. And I found that there was a revision of the three parts of the Buddhist scripture, and then the ordination practices, and the robes presentation ceremony. These are all in Buddhism ceremonies. And then the case of Wiang Paksa, starting with the review of the Buddhist teachings, Buddhist history. We found that I found that in Thailand there were this was done in Thailand twice, and first time in 1477 CE, and then 1788. So how is this democratic? The revision. It was a forum of senior monks, where in this forum, any monk that has any questions, they could raise it in the forum, and there would be discussion about, then finally there would be a resolution. Once a consensus is reached, they would say the same thing together. So that is, it's basically announcing consensus on different issues. Don't you think that this is a democracy in practice? Because you had a kind of a vote, and then the results, the resolutions come out as a common agreements that everybody would have to follow. Then you look further in Buddhism, you have ordination practices where men can become monk. Then there are three ways of becoming ordinate or become monk. You can actually be told by the Buddha himself that you are now a monk, or you can have senior monks who can actually allow a person to come and announce in front of them that the person will take refuge in the triple gem, and then so he could become monk. But at the same time, you can, so this is like when you come to apply to become a monk, you can go to a group of 15 to 20 monks, and then they could to ask for permission and for acceptance. So this is basically like a parliament in a way. So then after the application and then discussion, and they find that there is no rules is broken, and they would announce it 3 times. If there was no objection, then that's the resolution, that's the agreement. So once you announce 3 times, then the person can become a monk. That's a kind of voting. And in the presentation of the robes that we do to the monks every year, so when you bring the robes to the temple and it's accepted by the temple, then the chief abbot will call a meeting and ask the meeting who should be given this new robe. And there would be a vote, a suggestion for or citing, nominating a person who needs a new robe. So because this has become a tradition, though afterwards they always vote to give the robe to the abbot himself. But basically it's based on the idea of majority rule. And another case is a kind of peculiar. This is Wiang Perk Sa community in the Lana Kingdom, and actually exists still today in Chiang Rai province. Wiang Perk Sa has the ruler. 16 of them are kind of forming a forum, similar to what happened in India earlier. So, and it's interesting. I think the KPI is organizing a tour to visit Wiang Perk Sa to see whether anything can be found. This is in Chiang San district of Chiang Rai province. This is the area that is still being preserved by the Department of Fine Arts. So this is basically place to visit if you want to find democracy, the origin of democracy. And here there is also a kind of forum that is formed to select a monarch. That has been practiced for so long. Some people call it an oligarchy. And I'll try to explain how it was done so you can decide yourself whether it's democracy or oligarchy. But for example, the King Rama III, he was there was, before the King Rama IV was selected, it was they had a meeting of the there were two brothers, Rama III and Rama IV, half brothers. So the way they decided who should be King Rama III, they used it's a group of the royal families and the administrators making decision together. And then when there was a law of succession passed by the king, by King Rama VI, there was still this type of forum was still of senior the royal family members. Selecting a monarch was also used to select King Rama VIII. But then when the parliament came into existence, they were still being the selection was still presented to the parliament, and then the parliament would decide and invite the new monarch to become the new candidate to become king. And this has been carried out in the past in this way. And here is another story, an interesting one. I just want to take you back to Ayutthaya period. I looked up when we talk about sovereignty, just to make sure we understand together. Sovereignty is the power to ensure that the state has the absolute power to decide things for themselves, but in which way, that's another thing, because we started from absolute monarchy until now we have the democracy with the king as head of state. But how democracy developed? Thailand is between it's among Indo-Chinese countries, and the Europeans came to Thailand in the reign of King Ramatipati II, and Ayutthaya became a large international trading port. And we had the Portuguese coming in during King Naresuan the Great, and then Holland came to do the trading in Pattani province, and then negotiation with all these powers started. Then starting with the sending emissary to Holland. And Holland was big at that time, and Holland also came around these Southeast Asian countries a lot. And then after the age of colonization intensified, the other European powers send their emissaries, and provide some assistance with some even soldiers or engineers. And then Holland also came to occupy Indonesia, and then also threatened the Gulf of Thailand as well. Britain came into India as well as over here, and then so Thailand at the time, the Thai kings had to try to juggle between these big powers, trying to negotiate with them. And the France actually brought the soldiers and to settle in Thailand. And this is basically really quite a big event because and you could see that there was a drama where a eunuch staying in the King Narai's palace, and King Narai has adopted a number of European fashion, architecture, and in fact some adoption of the robes from the Ottoman Empire, according to one expert. And they also carry a krish on the belt. And the emissaries came from different countries, and they tried to exert some influence. And what is important is the king, at that time felt that they needed to find friends. So the Thai king started sending the emissaries to France, and then there was some exchange of emissaries as well. But what's important is that when the Thai emissary went to France, then stayed for about a year, they were able to buy a number of things. We could see there were some turtle shells, which was expensive at that time. Large the mortar guns and some kind of the utensils, and then this is a landmark where Thailand has actually presented two large guns to France, made of silver. And the Thai group also brought back mirrors, the binoculars, and also some technicians came back with them. We've now learned some of these stories in the series Bupe Sanniwad. So what happened? What have we gained from these events? We were able to maintain our independence along in this era of intense colonization. And here's a picture that is quite has been recorded during the reign of King Louis the 14th in Paris at the Versailles. And so you can see the robes that the Thai emissaries were wearing. That's what I said. It seems to have come from the Ottoman Empire period. And the issue is these prints were very important media at that time. That was when about the 18th century. So it actually, these emissaries brought these are the three emissaries who have been recorded in their robes. And here is the leaflets that was disseminated in Europe, showing the procession of the Thai emissaries and all the gifts. And then so you can see the explanation in French. This is where soft power can be seen. And King Louis XIV is also happy with the head emissary, and whose name was Surapon, and he sent a message back saying that he felt that this person was thorough and knew what he had to do, did very well, and it will not be just not to compliment that he has done well. So, and every word he said was believable. These are some sentences that have been recorded, but the researcher felt that this is really the success of soft power. I mean, all the processions is fine, looks nice, but here comes from the mouth of Louis XIV. These 4 lines should make everybody happy. And
look at the greatness of Ayutthaya with also the royal, the boats, that in order to really welcome the emissary, and this new spread all over the world. This is the kind of all the parts that I try to put them together to show you. This is the memorable cause that emissary went to see the king at Versailles Palace, went to see King Louis XIV at the glass hall in Versailles, and this is the symbol of soft power. And let's say that the journey from Ayutthaya to Europe might take a year. This is another picture that will show you the modernization to go into the Western civilized world of King Narai the Great. This is shown in the era of King Rama the Fourth. And I found out another interesting thing that has been missing. We send our students, 12 of them to go to study in France, and that's also the dissertation. But I did not go into details, and there was a revolution. Eventually they were sent back. You should try to conduct a research. Later we send the special emissary mission to Vatican City. This is a Christian city. Why there? Because let's say that this kingdom can really send the Europe troop to come to Ayutthaya, so we need to send our special mission to Vatican City. We gave them the space for them to build up the church so that we can have peace and welfare. And then let's jump to Ratana Kosin era, BE 2400. The King Rama the Fourth got the same problem of the colonization, so we need to send the emissary to meet the Queen Victoria, and went to meet King Napoleon the Third. And that's of some of the memorable stuff from this visit at the museum. Some of this memorable stuff were missing, but it will come back into the Thai history. We succeeded King Rama the Fourth study English language, understand English language, Cambodian language very well. He is the great academician, and he's a great public relationist person, and this is the royal business for going to overseas. This is the fake news that Paris spread all over the world, that Thai intrude there and kill two UK and France people. The Thai government paid 9,000 francs compensation in the Reputed Journal on the 5th of April, BE 2446. So how did we tackle our king, the King Rama the Fourth? He kindly went to overseas in 8 trips. How did he go? He was well prepared. Let's say that when we want to go out 1 week, how much we prepare. So King Rama the Fifth went to Europe for several months. He had to prepare everything, the tribute and all kind of things. I think, let's say, we need to really appreciate that we need to show gratitude. And he got his own royal boat called Mahachakri Wand. This is the new yacht. My ancestor is one of the 8 captains to work for King Rama the Fifth. These are royal boat or royal ship. Let's say that we would like to go there gracefully for 8 months. So we really had our own royal grand ship, and we prepare everything in that ship, royal ship. It's very interesting here that when the king fifth went there, he went to respect the Emerald Buddha first. That let's say that he will not respect other religion. He is still a Buddhist. And the second point, when the king goes there, doesn't matter how long it is, he's not gonna have any kind of sexual relationship with any woman. And number third, even though he go to overseas, the king will not take any alcoholic beverage in order to lose his consciousness. So, and the king also need to really get rid of the stuff that he chew all the time to make his teeth white. And he got the meals in European continent for 253 days, 600 Western meals that he's not accustomed to. And look at the royal performance of King Rama V. He spoke English. He waved his hand while riding on the car. Let's say that when the Westerner look at Asian people, they might not look at that as a civilized person, but King Rama V, he showed the great civilization when he got the invitation for dinner. He gave the speech in English. It's not easy. He learned by heart to make a speech, and the conversation, it was so smooth. King Rama V prepared the script very well. And look at another kind of soft power that make the European people really recognize us. Longitudinal that published his visit there, 2 million publications, and reassessment that was disseminated in 150 countries. This is he had to do for the nation. He need to perform. He need to really dress up. He need to dress up uniform that is so difficult to do something daily. But King Rama V did it for the nation. He went to Norway. It's so cold over there, but King Rama V went to Norway to see the forestry business and came back to apply in Thailand in the north. And this is another important story that King Rama V said that Nicholas, Prince of Russia, was coming to the east to visit Japan. So he planned to invite the Prince Nicholas, and Prince Nicholas took the invitation and come to Bangkok, and he really beauty welcome the Prince Nicholas, and he moved to Bang Pa-in Palace, got a lot of food and show that really impressed Prince Nicholas, and there was a report back to Russia. This is what we show about the real friendship, and people were involved for taking care of the visit of Prince Nicholas. And also Udamski Prince was so impressed. It's so convenient for him, and is a real great memorable event. And he asked, let's say that how is it gonna come back this impression, the pictures of showing the compassion, sympathy of the king and ordinary people also, and remind the true friendship of Thailand and Russia will remain intact forever in in the Russian prince memory and in the memory of every other people. This is the picture for welcoming the prince from Russia. And the Russian prince went to Sri Lanka. There were 9 elephants to welcome, but we got 300 elephants to in the welcoming ceremony of the prince from Russia. This is the picture that show the real soft power when the Russia they got 20,000 soldiers to welcome King Rama V, and King Shah said that please put this picture of welcoming on the cover of all of the European magazine, and he wrote that Thailand is a developing country, is not underdeveloped country, that no country can colonize Thailand. France and England that first did not welcome King Rama V, they changed the decision to really have the big welcome for King Rama V. This is only piece of paper that make us survive through. It's so valuable, it's so priceless. And now we look at the era of King Rama VII went to European continent and went to the US. But this information might, let's say that might be overshadowed by his father that went to overseas, but he, even though he was not very healthy, but he went to do his job because there was the communism happen and really threatened our country. He went to what countries? Let's look at it. For quite a few European countries, and he went to perform his major duty. Let me summarize that. The traveling 8-month traveling of King Rama VII represent Thailand as the head of the state after changing the governance system to really show to the world. And this is the most intriguing feature. Is like King Shah and King Rama V. This is the cover of Time magazine, and he pledged that Thai people should be involved in the democratic principle. He showed that he fully promote democracy. This is the headline news in the newspaper, but the cover of Time magazine show many important things. Now we come to King Rama IX. He has gone to 27 countries. He has gone to UK. And how has he gone there? King Rama IX the Great, during his period, there's the communism start getting prevalent. So Sarit Marshall asked King Rama IX the Great to go to overseas to show that Thailand has a lot of alliance. So he has gone to overseas for more than 200 days, and King Rama IX the Great, let's say that recommend President Putin on the sustainable rice farming. Russia used to import the rice like barley. So President Putin really admired King Rama IX. Now Russia can export rice because of the recommendation of King Rama IX the Great. And that soft power for creating the civilization for the country. Let's look at the King Rama the Fourth. He is the father of the let's say that communication arts and official letters, official documents in King Rama IX design Bangkok readers in King Rama IV. There are quite a few documents. This is the place that people can express their ideas, opinion. This is the channel of democracy at that time, and King Rama IV accept the words of the people, and this is create the nationalism, and we start becoming the national state instead of becoming the ancient kingdom. He got the innovation about the national flag to show our state symbol, and he changed from the Siam flag, and let's say that to put on our Thai boats, and the same as King Narai the Great. France come in, and he said with frustration that this might exploit us, this might exploit Thailand, and he studied foreign languages, and he was very fluent in foreign languages. He got an important person that worked for him, that is Mom Rasho Thai. Now we look at another important narrative. We look that we might see that we open our country to welcome a lot of knowledge, like the medicine knowledge, the shipbuilding knowledge. I am intrigued with the shipbuilding knowledge, how it's gonna related to the image building of our country to be strong and to civilize. We have a lot of battleships and with many names, and they are the weapons, they are the battleship. For example, Akarat Waradet Royal Battleship, and in King Rama V the Great there are a lot of ships, and as the same in King Rama 6 and 7 era, we might not have a lot of water space, but we have a lot of ships, royal ships. Let's look at this picture. As let's say that this is a kind of the scope to look at the star, telescope to look at the star. It might not look very useful, but in Wagor area, King Rama IV spent 2 years to calculate the eclipse of the sun. Nobody believed him. He invited the foreigners to observe with him what was the impact. Let's say we show the global modernized science, and so the image of Thailand from this phenomenon. Let's say that we have the up to the global level knowledge. This is the soft power. This is, let's say that the clothes of King Narai the Great that adopt from Ottoman from the right hand side picture. This is the way he put on the clothes, like European style, like Napoleon, and also all of his ladies. You might see that a lot of European clothes, and this is another important point about building up the railroad. We need to spend a half of our national budget at that time for building up the railroads, the trains, and we also went to World Exposition, start from the inception from King Rama the Fourth. I'm gonna go through quickly. And also we got the Thai Hall, Thai City Hall, and now we go into the drama in order to show the patriotism. And also we also have the songs from the speech of King Rama IX the Great that said that the name of the song is We Fight, in order to really encourage us mentally. We got the civil registration. So if we, without civil registration, there would be no general election in King Rama the Sixth. And we develop the quality of people's life. We need to do so. Why we need to stop this kind of all of the system, so that the slavery will be lifted off. This is the matter of women's rights. Is also a very major issue that you might see. Just a second. We also enhance about the women's right. อำแดงเหมือน she want to file a divorce case, and we talk about the women's right that nobody talk about this, because King Rama Fifth the Great appoint the queen to really govern the country while he was not available. So this is the great symbol of the woman. And so they talk about Thai woman, Thai female troop, and this is the major development of people, and talk about, let's say that, to eradicate the slave system. And now let me go to the final point on the experiment of self-governance.
So I think the KPI must have known these experiments already, but I just want to point out that this has been continuous. And then we had an opera, a Chinese opera at Thammasat, and we had the musical reform, and we had the government policies on soft power at the present time, and we had LGBTQ policies, the government policy on this. Then the last thing I would like to say is that currently democracy is still in school. So I just want to summarize. I want to end here, and I'd like to thank all the participants. I would like to say that soft power is the power to influence, for people to appreciate, to adopt, and to disseminate further. And you can see throughout the history that Thailand is ready to employ soft power for the country's development, and the development of thinking about the self-government, about the self-determination, even though we might not have reached the target yet, but we will continue on this. After listening to me, I hope that you are proud that you have a democratic tradition that is originated way back in history, and I hope that we all will participate in the democratization process further into the future. Thank you very much. Thank you, Professor Emeritus Dr. Surapon, very much, and on pointing out how soft power has been generating the results in the past. And, if you want the materials that have been presented throughout this Congress, you can download the materials from our website. and you also can view the exhibitions. Once you register and log in, and you can go through to view the exhibitions, including the videos that will be made available only during this Congress. Then the last session of today will be a conclusion on the role of soft power in Thailand. So I would like to invite Dr. Thawinwadi Burikul to come up to provide the conclusions. Good morning. What I'll be presenting is the kind of the summaries of the Congress. We're talking about how to use soft power for the strengthening of democracy through citizen engagement. And we know that soft power now is the creative power, attracting power, influencing power, and soft power here is not being viewed only as international relations, but we look at soft power and how we can use it to drive to advance Thailand's development. We're talking about the good things in the country and the teachings in the past, and also teachings of different religions that have been learned in society, as well as the new type of power, such as science and technology or AI. So these are also soft powers, and as well as the government policies that could be the soft power as well. All of these would become the soft powers. You need the citizens' engagement, and you also need individual influencers or institutional influencers, and the different media, and according to the context of each country. And we believe that this will lead us to democracy, and by the power of the people. And so soft power is basically power to attract, to influence without coercion. And because we're talking about creative power and people's participation, to bring out people's participation for reaching the common goals, which is the building of the values of democracy. And these are mechanisms that we would call it the process of enlightenment. And I believe that if we use this kind of power, we would be able to achieve what we want for democracy. And it's not just about the cultural heritage sites. That's not enough. In order to generate soft power, we need to move on working out the goodness of it and the truth of it. For example, the truth yesterday on truth, the Finland ambassador was talking about how Finland was wanted to develop the quality of education, and they achieved results, and that is the truth. And we're all appreciate would like to congratulate Finland for that. But of course, at the same time, you have values that are supporting the freedoms and rights and freedoms of our citizens, and we are proud for them as well. Apart from this, that is the kind of ideology, the the sense of ethics, the aesthetics, as well as the beautiful cultures of each country, such as from Korea that we have seen. These are creative powers, and that they are capital that could produce further soft power in the future. And the process of creating soft power, which is I would call is enlightening power, we have talked about that this could be done through influencers, people with through social media, through becoming volunteers, engaged in volunteering activities, through civil society's engagement, and the building of community spirits, so that everybody understands in the same way, coming to the same common values. This is the result of engagement and participation, because no one person can do it by themselves. And this is where this is the strength of democracy. The strength of democracy means that everybody has to respect a diversity and different views, but at the same time willing to solve the problems together. And that's about becoming oneness, and with a common goal, and with recognition of diversity, and so that this will be creating our soft power treasures that could contribute to the stability of the country, a mutual respect, and sustainable democracy, where we believe that to build soft power, you have to have the internalization, and we need to look at and support people who do good things, who come out with innovations, who can contribute to improvements, so that we can become immune. That means we will be having social vaccine that would protect our democracy. And we have recommendations. There are two main recommendations. One, we have to make it a national agenda to build immunity for the people, not just about economic development, but we have to have the activities that could bring us towards becoming a peaceful society, and with a lot of adjustments and with a lot of results. And with soft power, if we don't produce results, then we haven't reached our target. And what's important also is that we need to have resources to support people who want to do good things using their soft powers, their own or their group's soft powers. So we need to have a soft power fund, and the fund is going to be able to contribute for us reaching the goal. And then the second important recommendation is citizens empowerment. We need to educate to encourage civil education and on the rights, duties, responsibilities, governance, and we need to have open information and transparent information, which could help build the strength to strengthen civil society, including youth and women. And we know that youth and women can contribute a lot more to the strength of society. And digital capabilities is also important, because it can contribute to many things, and we need to develop this technology. Then we need to open a public space where people can express anything that they want to see, or what they want to acquire. And or what would happen finally, that we will have a shared values, because there is the creative power, there is faith, and there's interest, shared value. That's the most important thing, shared values about how our country should move forward. That is why soft power is the wind of change, so that we will have the same, we will breathe the same air, and share the same breath. That is something that we can actually experience and we believe that we are doing good things. That is the soft power through towards democracy. And then we have to have soft power management. We're talking about positive and negative soft power. Sometimes soft power is used in an incorrect way. That's why we need hard power as well, to ensure that we can move together, and the ones that could move or advance the society are the citizens. So we need to together rebrand our country with soft powers, with the appropriate powers that would bring us the true democracy and true peace and prosperity. And what I have summarized the concept that we have picked up from the 2 days event. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Tawinwudi Burikun, Deputy Secretary General of the King Prajadhipok Institute, who has provided us with conclusions of these KPI Congress, the 25th KPI Congress. And if you are interested in knowing what has gone on so far, you can view, we have a video and that you can only view today. You can log in now through the 20 KPI Congress 25, and then once you log in, you can look at on the right. You can actually see look at the exhibition as well, and the exhibition is going to continue until the end of today. And for those who want to download materials that have been presented in this Congress, you can also do so at the website of KPI. We have everything there. And another thing, Kun Luis, anybody who wants to receive a prize, who wants to be a lucky winner, we have prepared the prizes for all those lucky people who have filled out the evaluation form for us. And because we would like to hear from you what has been done that was good, what needs improvement, because we want to present you with the best things. So please scan the QR code on the right at the bottom here. And next is the speech, the closing speech of the 25th KPI Congress of 2023. I would like to invite the Secretary General, Dr. อาจารย์วุฒิวัฒน์ชัยภาคภูมิ
Very good morning, all distinguished participants. We travel into the final part of the KPI Congress 25th session. All of the distinguished participants to develop democracy to move forward with the quality regardless of government policy, public administration, and institutional policy to develop the country to be aligned with the value of democracy. The essence is the civil society. So engagement of the civil society and encouraging the citizen engagement is a very important point of the democratic society. This is what King Prajadhipok Institute would like to see to happen in our country. That's why it led to the KPI Congress 25th session, Revitalizing Democracy, Role of Soft Power and Citizen Engagement. And this Congress, we reflect the picture to show the soft power importance and the subtle dimension. We may say that soft power is to use the existence and what are the salient features and what we do already to be the driving force for democracy. For the soft power, there are four major components. First is a simple power, but attract people to access and practice like the tradition, value, belief, art, culture. All the people have the common belief and what to see in their daily life, what the dining, living, the tradition, culture, and also all kind of the performance in Thailand that are so critical, like the ancient drama called Khon. This is the simple soft power, but it's so powerful. If we can adapt to the objectives, it will be the main mechanism in order to travel, to use the soft power for democracy development. Next is all objective. Actually, soft power, the critical point that we need to set up the objectives for the public interest is like the milestone of the using the soft power without setting up the milestone with the objective to develop or solving the problems. Let's say that to use the social capital, we will not have enough power. We will not have enough power from the soft power to drive change. Next F is the faith and belief, because soft power is the power for getting the faith, common faith for the people to show common belief and with the same direction, and that belief will create the change from the small beginning, like the belief in religion, belief in tradition and culture that have been in the rich history of Thailand. This belief will be a part of the power to drive the procedure and process of participation of the civil society. And the last letter T, together and tolerance, for the participation and tolerance, because develop and solution in a concrete way takes time and will need the every sector participation to work together to really implement all of the activities in the long run. So the meaning of all of these four letters is to create the power creatively, to create the change in Thai society. So the soft power is already important in itself. So what's next? The way forward in order to promote, support the citizenship with what method? These 25th KPI Congress, there are many experts and with a lot of valuable recommendations. We may summarize in three ways. So first is the open definition. KPI believe and understand about the modern soft power, and our institute see that we should try to use the broad definition and align with the changing social context. Defining, we have to make it to be concrete and with the policy and practice, and with the policy and guidelines in society. We talk about soft power in many dimensions, but what our institute attempt to show, we try to look at the techniques and methods and to use the soft power in each fabric of Thai society, to make the civil society to create the important engagement process. This is the basic important root of democracy. So we try to expand the soft power context to create the process of management and participation to move our country forward. And next, the application, because soft power can create both either negative or positive impact. It depends on how you apply each soft power. Each soft power might be appropriate in what context and what story. So we feel that we should try to use the guidelines of using the soft power for positive results, and also citizen-based approach will be important for policy making. Doesn't matter what policy you're gonna make, you have to be citizen-based, and it's a two-way process. It's not the top-down approach, but the civil society should be involved from the beginning for forming the policy. So the soft power process is gonna be the appropriate way to try to really create citizen engagement from the beginning, and it's gonna be the foundation for develop the Thai democracy. And on the third part about the goal for using soft power, most of the time when we talk about soft power, we focus on the word soft. We might ignore the word power. Actually, the essence of the soft power is the word power. If we gonna develop country with soft power in every dimension on economic, social, and politics, we have to get the citizen to be aware that they themselves have the real power to develop, and also we need to incorporate social dimension to be aligned with the democratic roots of our country. So soft power will encourage the citizen to be aware of their of the sense of the ownership of their governance power. So our KPI, not only we talk and create the new bodies of knowledge to exchange experience among the academicians and citizens. What KPI can really conclude is that the importance of all 3 points: soft power, citizens, and democracy. I really hope that this 25th KPI Congress, under the theme Revitalizing Democracy, the role of soft power and citizen engagement during these 2 days, will be the great beginning point and will be the great inspiration for everyone who are involved with us, so that you can use potential and use soft power in yourself, soft power in your hometowns, in your communities, in order to lead to the political expression wisely and creatively. So KPI really wish to see that the civil society or citizen will have the power to use the soft power to stimulate the development in all sectors of Thailand. We hope that this forum will be beneficial for citizens and for the scholar, and also create the awareness to the civil society in Thailand, which is the integral part for developing Thai democracy, by using soft power as a tool and the process to really encourage citizen engagement. That is the heart of Thai democracy development under monarchy forever. I would like to thank all the participants today, and I really hope that in the next occasion next year, the KPI Congress will create the benefits for Thai democracy development. So I would like to thank everyone to be involved in this KPI Congress. Thank you very much.
Thank you, the Secretary General of KPI, Ajahn Witawat Chai Pak Poom, for giving us the closing speech for the 25th KPI Congress in 2023. There are 3 words that he used that should be a takeaway for you: soft power, citizen, and democracy. We're talking about democracy, and so anyone who has attended our KPI Congress, we have only about a few hours to view the video that we have prepared for you of this event. So please log in and view. And if you want to download materials from involved being presented in this Congress, you can also do so from our website. And we also would like to invite you all to scan the QR code and to fill out the evaluation forms right here on the screen. And then you can be a lucky winner to win some prizes. That is the Starbucks coupons, the cloth bags, as well as T-shirts. We would like to present these presents to you if you win the raffle, because to show our appreciation. And importantly, please log in to view our exhibition through the KPICongress25.com website. And for today, we've come to the conclusion of the 25th KPI Congress 2023. Under the theme of revitalizing democracy, roles of soft power and citizen engagement. We have come this far because all the participants who have been joining us online and through our website, as well as through the Facebook and other channels that we have already announced earlier. So please make sure to visit our exhibition at our website, the KPI Congress website, that is worldwideweb.kpicongress25.com. And today, both of us, now we have completed our duty, and we would like to see you again next year. My name is Louis Hestason and Chanita from the class 13 and 12. Would like to say goodbye now. Thank you.